Caring for the world's most vulnerable and powerless is complicated. At Holt International, our mission is clear: to care for children who are suffering, in poverty, and at risk from a myriad of dangers. It's a task that's nuanced, layered in uncertainty, and constantly changing. Every day we see children who are at the brink of ruin, neglected, cast aside by an indifferent world, rocked by forces beyond their control. Vulnerable children bearing a profound need. This is why we exist. Holt International's mission puts the world's most vulnerable children first, providing care and support for those who are orphaned, abandoned, or at serious risk of separation from their family. That means supporting struggling parents before children are abandoned. It means finding adoptive parents within a local community where that child can thrive. It means finding a caring family for that child on the other side of the world, too. Because we believe every child deserves a loving and secure home, finding a forever family for every child is at the core of who we are. We are the only organization whose one-on-one, child-centered model of service strives to keep children within their family first, cares for those who are abandoned or orphaned wherever they are, and then finds homes, loving families, in-country and internationally too. In a world of overcrowded orphanages, unhealthy institutions, and dark corners, Holt's care is different. As a child sponsor, it means that our sponsored child is being watched over by one of our trusted caregivers, known by name, seen, heard, and loved. We walk with every child every step of the way, through abandonment, before adoption, through placement, and after a family is found. But we cannot do this alone, and the need is so great. Yes, the echoes of COVID resound, but no problem is too big. No need is too great to do what is right. But without your support, none of this is possible.
1, 2, check. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Did that actually work? I am so sorry about that, y'all. Let me know if you have sound now. Lila, do you have it? Feel free to leave me a comment real quick. And check 1, 2. And then I might just start from the top for you guys, because I don't want to have no sound. That's no good. There we go. All right, cool, perfect, even better. Sorry about that. I use my computer a lot for doing stuff, and every once in a while my computer decides that it wants to disconnect from things. So I just appreciate you guys letting me know. Otherwise, I'd be doing this all for myself, which, I mean, I guess is okay, but it's nowhere near as much fun. So, that being said, we'll sing a little bit more. This time, this place was designed for you to see God's grace every moment. So divine, a chance to see the Master's design. If only the Spirit would open our eyes to the truth that this is for your glory, all your glory, everything designed for your glory, all your glory. Oh, 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 for your glory, yeah. So, oh, for your glory, yeah. Every trial, every way, avenues to give you the praise, focusing my heart on in others where we all had to start. If only the Spirit would open our eyes to the truth that this is for your glory, all your glory, everything designed for your glory, all your glory. So, for your glory, yeah. So, for your glory, yeah. Every breath that we take, every word that we speak, everything that we do, may it all point to you, to the truth that this is for your glory, all your glory, everything designed is for your glory, all your glory. Help me live my life for your glory, all your glory, and shine bright for your glory, all your glory. So, for your glory, yeah. So, for your glory, yeah. Awesome stuff. So, starting the intro again. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Rebecca, thank you so much for the hearts, and love all your music. Thank you so much, friend. I am super pumped that you guys are here. Feel free to leave me any questions or songs that you'd like me to do in the comments below. I want to make this as interactive as possible. I appreciate you guys being here. I want to reward you for being here as well. Some of the questions that I got when I sent an email out on Monday, some people had asked me a few questions. I want to get to those as well. But I really just want these times to be a time where you guys can come, we can hang out, we can sing some songs together, be able to play music, let you guys know what's happening as far as musically and things that are going on, because there's a lot of it. And I'm just uber grateful and thankful that you guys are a part of my life and allow me the opportunity to be able to make and create music for you guys that encourages you and also challenges you as well. Not everybody wants to be challenged. In fact, a lot of people would rather not be. And quite frankly, I will admit there have been times in my life where I would much rather just people give me a good pat on the back and say, "You're doing great." When in reality, nowadays, I'd rather people tell me how I can grow. Because every single time that somebody's like, "Hey, in fact, I've got a handful of people who have been gracious enough to get text messages from me before I release a song, and I send it to them, and I send it with the comments of, "I want you to be honest, and I want you to be harsh, because that's the only way that I grow." And at this point in my life, I would much rather continue to grow and get better at what I do for your guys' sake, than to constantly just be getting a pat on the back if everything is great and okay. Because I know it's not. I know there's always places and ways that we can grow. So I'm thankful that I can do that. So it looks like Rebecca said she wants All In. Yes, ma'am, can do. So this is a song that wrote actually specifically for the men's retreat that we had at church. And it was kind of funny. It kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And the theme that year was called All In. And so I just wrote part of the chorus and gave it to the pastor who was in charge of doing the men's retreat, and just said, "Hey, I was just kind of messing around with this and wasn't quite sure what was going to happen, but figured I might as well, put it in there." And he said he absolutely loved it. So within the next couple of days, I ended up writing the rest of it and was able to play it and lead it for the first time for that men's retreat. And then I've actually done it at several other men's retreats since then. And I think the first place that I played it was actually at Bethany Camp. When Ethan and I were out there for the senior high retreat, we tested it on them. And lo and behold, the next year when it came out, we were actually back at Bethany Camp playing it there. And actually recorded the drums and the final vocals for it at Bethany Camp on their stage. And then released it. It was pretty awesome. So this is All In. Take up your cross and follow me. Doesn't leave room for a plan B. Works alone won't save a man, but faith without works is dead. I'm going all in, all in. Stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith, truth and love. Guide the way, they guide the way. Oh, they guide the way. More than just to agree. How we live proves what we believe. It's easy to say, it's harder to do, but right now this, I promise you, I'm going all in, all in. Stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walking faith, truth and love. Guide the way, they guide the way. Oh, they guide the way. When life gets hard, don't give in to the fight. God's yoke is easy and burden light. And burden light, God, your burden is light. Stand firm way. Great suggestion there, Rebecca. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for your suggestion. Such a great song. Do appreciate you guys all being here. So one of the questions that somebody asked me was, I bet you that you get pretty, or you miss your family while you're out on the road. And that is 100% true. I definitely do miss my family a ton while I'm out touring around and being able to see you guys. However, it's kind of an interesting thing because I love being able to be out on the road and playing shows and doing things for you guys. So as much as I miss my family, I do miss the opportunities that I get to see you guys when I'm not out on the road. So it's kind of this weird catch-22. I did build the bus and outfit the bus so that I could bring my family with me. However, as it would happen to be, this year my wife and I ended up getting pigs for our farm. And the reason for that is, yes, you guessed it, bacon seed. We are trying to grow bacon in our backyard and turn all of our scrap food and everything into bacon. So that's kept us from traveling too much as a family. We did get an opportunity to go to a couple of different family camps this year. One that was down at Country Lake camp down in southern Indiana, and then we also were able to go to the Brethren Retreat at Lake Shipshawana, which was also another family camp. So I was able to take my family on both of those trips to go to two different family camps this summer, which was a lot of fun. Both of those were weekend trips, so it made it a little bit easier to be able to take the family and bring them along, and then also be able to take care of the animals as well. We're probably not going to do pigs every single year. It's kind of a decision that we've made. We wanted to do it once and see kind of, what it would take, and easy or hard. It's really not that hard, but it does mean that Abby's got to be home in order to be able to move them around, because we have them in kind of a tractor or whatever. So she's moving them in our yard, on the backfield or whatever, a lot. So it's labor intensive on some level, just because you have to be present, and so we're still trying to decide whether or not we want to keep doing that or do it once every other year, that sort of thing. So hopefully, because I know a lot of you guys who have wanted me to come out to your house and play a house show, which I would totally love to do, which if you're interested in doing that, there should be a link listed below on doing a house show. If there's not, I will make sure that I do that as well for you guys, or you can just email me at info@mattfawcettmusic.com. We can get that set up. But then my family will travel with me on occasion. And honestly, one of the other things that kind of kept us from doing that too was having the dog as well, find somebody to watch him. And unfortunately, we're not going to have to do that anymore, because our puppy, our dog Wallace, we had for 8 years. I just call him my puppy. But he passed away due to some really unfortunate circumstances that were my fault. And he's no longer with us. So it's been a rough 2 weeks. It happened about 2 weeks ago. But we are super, super thankful for the opportunity to still... I will say this. I'm really proud and thankful for my kids. It was interesting. My son, we were praying as they were going to bed the other night, and my son said he really wanted to pray. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, buddy. He just prayed that Daddy would not blame himself for Wallace dying. And I appreciate that, and that one, that I wouldn't blame myself for it, and that God would help my heart heal for missing him so much. And I really appreciate the fact that my kids are that sensitive and in tune with what's going on with life. They knew that I blamed myself for him, because I was the one who called him back across the road when I heard a car coming, trying to keep him out of harm's way, and ended up putting him right in harm's way. But appreciate you guys' prayers and encouragement and support. And the Facebook group has been absolutely phenomenal. You guys are so gracious to me and my family, and I just appreciate every single one of you. My family, continuing on with that story, the kids were already wanting to get another dog before Wallace died, because they wanted a dog that was bigger and with a tail. And Wallace was kind of Abby and Maya's dog. We got him when we were still in our small little apartment before any of the kids were born. And so they were already talking about trying to get a dog. So when he passed away, the kids immediately jumped to, well, we should just get another dog. It'll make Dad feel better. And I just remember my daughter was trying to make me feel better and asked Abby to ask me, like, hey, you know, what's your favorite dog? Maybe we can get a dog that's your favorite. And I just burst into tears because my favorite dogs are the ones that I've had. You know, I've always kind of had this pipe dream, and I told this to Abby a long time ago. My pipe dream, if I never got married, was to have a Ford F100 and a German Shepherd. And we would just, yeah, that would be my life. I'd be a single guy just rolling around in a old beat up pickup truck and playing my guitar and have my German Shepherd dog with me. And I'm not single. And quite frankly, that dream, I'd still love to have an old pickup truck, but I'm not really super keen on any specific dog. So they're already looking at border collies and that sort of thing, which, I mean, if you've had a border collie and you have any advice for that, let us know. We just got to save up in order to be able to afford one. But let's see, we got some comments here. Nancy, Iowa, awesome, sweet, thanks so much for coming. Tina, sorry about your dog. Prayers, I appreciate that. You know, it's unfortunate, but I also believe that God allows for things to happen, and things happen for a reason. So even though I don't understand it, there were actually some decisions that I was kind of holding off, and because of that whole thing, it became very, very the decisions that I make for our family have life and death consequences sometimes, and it made me that much more intentional about realizing that I, as a dad, need to make sure that I'm making decisions that are for the betterment of my family and my kids, more so than trying to do things that are easy. Which is ironic because, I mean, there have been lots of decisions in my life that I've made recently, like leaving my full-time job to pursue music full-time 3 years ago, and other things that have not always worked out the best, but have definitely been decisions that I tried to do, you know, to allow my kids the opportunity to see God work in tangible ways. So thank you for that, Tina. I appreciate you. See, Nancy, Rainbow Bridge. Yeah. It's sad, but it's life for sure. And Carmen, thank you so much for being here, friend, by the way. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, Nancy. So if you got any songs or questions, let me know. I'm going to keep singing a little bit because I know that's the reason why you're here, not to hear me gab and talk about too many things. But I appreciate you guys coming and let me share my heart with you a little bit tonight. We traded cards when we were kids. Something we had for something we'd wish. It wasn't always easy letting go, but once you shake hands, that's all she wrote. I traded it all. Loneliness for a diamond ring. No more late nights wondering who she was or if we'd meet. She said yes when I took one knee. I traded it all. I wouldn't trade a thing. Every dream that I traded for this reality, be a richer man, no fortune could ever bring. I traded it all. I wouldn't trade a thing. traded my bike for an SUV where I could fit 4 booster seats, just enough space for the pack and play. Fold up the stroller and we're on our way. I traded it all. Now I wouldn't trade a thing. The things that I miss that I'll never get back. We're looking at my life. I'm sure glad that I have. I traded wrath for amazing grace. The substitute took my place. The gift of life paid for in blood. I'm bound for heaven by His love. I traded it all. I traded it all. I traded it all. Now I wouldn't trade a thing. So interesting story about that specific song. That one I actually wrote right after my wife and I had told our families that we were expecting my daughter to show up. And I had always told my dad I wanted to get a motorcycle, and he told me, well, you can probably get one, but you gotta wait until, as soon as you have a wife and kids, and you gotta be responsible, and you can't have one anymore. And the funny thing was, like, when I wrote the song, it was like, these are all the things that I would trade and give up and that sort of thing. I didn't actually have a bike when I was younger, or a motorcycle. I always wanted one. And now that I'm married, I actually have one, and have 4 kids. So I didn't get a bike until actually I was already married and had 4 kiddos. But always fun to reminisce and think about all the different things. And musically, things have come quite a long way from there. I this past year been really, really super excited and proud of being able to do the entire calendar year with you guys. So every single month there's been a brand new single. In fact, October is coming out this coming Friday. It's called Another Me, specifically about abortion, and it's a pretty interesting story. I wrote it. There's a crisis pregnancy center down in Southern Ohio, and I've been doing live music for them for their Walk for Life every year. In fact, I think this year was my 15th year maybe doing it, where every year, typically in the fall, they do a Walk for Life to raise money for the Crisis Pregnancy Center. And just been fortunate to be able to make it down there every single year except for the COVID year, and be able to just play live music for them. But this song kind of came from thinking about that and realizing that, how many kids are actually robbed of an opportunity to live because of lies that are being told to people. The fact that it even makes me think of, not lies necessarily that Abby's been told, but everybody assumes that children are somehow a burden, and yeah, they are. It changes your life for sure, but it doesn't mean your life is over. In fact, my wife, and this is a huge blessing, is she just loves our kids and loves spending time with them. She's homeschooling them and doing a phenomenal job. And I just couldn't imagine doing life without the kids that we have, all 4 of them. And does it mean, in the last song, trade it all? Like, does it mean there's some things we trade for it? Sure, yeah. Definitely means that there's trades we make in life, but it doesn't mean that because of whatever circumstances as to why God allows you to have the child that you have. Like I said earlier, I believe 100% that God allows for things to happen, and even utilizes and uses bad situations to be able to create good. And I view all children as a blessing, and I think that too often we in society decide that our comfort and what we want ultimately is more important than what God's given us. And so that's where this song came from. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's not released yet. There's a link listed below if you want to help me out and let Spotify know that it's going to be a song they should look out for and get to places. If you pre-save it, you can actually hear the song before it's released. So yeah, this is Another Me. March 15th was the day it was all gonna start, but it never had a chance to begin. Now I'm just a memory in your mind, because no one will ever know my name. And you think it was the right choice, that it was the only way I could have changed the course of history, giving a parent, mother, a family, but I wasn't given the chance. What's been done can't be reversed. You made choices and I was cursed, and I know there will never be another me. So that's just a little snippet of it, but that's Another Me. That one will be coming out this Friday on the 13th for y'all. Super excited about that. If you want to pre-save it and actually hear the full-fledged version of it, you can do that at a link listed below. And I encourage you guys to do that because that helps me out a ton. It helps get the music out there. There's a couple of organizations, Right to Life organizations, that I've been in talks with about supporting that song as it comes out. And I would definitely love to be able to get that to more people. That song specifically, and it's got a cool twist at the end too that I'm super excited for. God had other plans for me. Well, God's got plans for all of us, and I'll tell you this, there's never a moment where you are too far gone, friend. Never ever. As long as you got breath in your lungs, God still has a plan and a desire for your heart, and that's okay. We've all made mistakes. I've made plenty of them in my life, a lot of them that I'm not proud of. Actually, I don't know if there's any mistakes that I've made that I've actually been proud of, but that's okay. You know, he's got a plan for all of us. I do want to mention too, if you're interested in helping out, I know I get this question a lot from people who email me, who ask, what's the best way to support you and your music? Some of you said, I don't have any money. There's of course always the merch store that if you want to get, a cool hoodie like this, or even some of the cool stickers that we've got on there as well. like the My God is Bigger one. It's all shiny and cool. Or even the new like Caffeine I Need You ones. And I actually just got these made up and haven't even put them up on the store yet, but I'll put them up there for you. It's from the song Secret. And they're all bedazzled and shiny and that sort of thing. And it has Secret on there, the logo, and then it also says Shine a Light on What I'm Ashamed of. That song, honestly, was super pumped to see how much you guys enjoyed that one. And I've got some cool stuff that I'm working on actually over here with this thingamajigger and all this stuff that I'm working on. There's going to be a cool acoustic version of that song that we're working on. That involves a loop pedal. And since I don't have the loop pedal set up tonight, with just using a single microphone, so everything you hear is literally just my voice and my guitar. Yeah, it's we'll get that one out to you guys, and I'm hopefully going to be posting more up on my YouTube channel as well. I know that I've been neglecting that recently, and that's my fault. I just got too busy with too many other things and need to get back to it. But Nancy, thank you, love mine. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate you and your support. You guys are awesome. So back to the whole support thing. If you want to support, buying merch is one way that you can do that. Of course, streaming the songs and sharing them with other people, letting other people know what's going on. But the biggest way you can support as well too, whether financially or not, is just sharing the music with other people. It's one of those things where I talk with a bunch of other artists as well. You can either do a music career with 1,000 fans that are all willing to pay $100 a year to be able to either buy merch or come to a show, that sort of thing. Or you can do it with 1 million fans that are all willing to, spend 50 cents on a download. And, for indie artists like myself, that there's nobody but us. We're doing the whole thing alone with our families. Every little bit helps. So if you're willing to do that, that'd be great. If you want to do a custom song, those help a ton too. Unfortunately, you got, life is hard for everybody right now. I know financially it's pretty crazy out there currently. And we're trying right now to pay off the car that we had to get fixed after coming back from a gig and it catching on fire. So that's been a huge burden, but been praying for God's provision through that. And I know that He will, in whatever means necessary to be able to do that. So that being said, it's time for some more music. So if there's a song that you guys want me to do, let me know. In fact, I can even do Secret, just not the cool looped version. Confess who I am deep inside. I put on a face, a guilty facade, to try and convince it's alright when it's not. The secrets are stolen, joy in my life, building up walls, burying me alive. The only way up, shine a light on what I'm ashamed of. All the secrets aren't enough. Trying to live, I'm trying to fly. I'm grounding myself, believing the lies, alone with my thoughts. A war zone for dead. The secrets are stolen, the joy in my life, building up walls, burying me alive. The only way out, the only way up, shine the light on what I'm ashamed of. All the secrets is email. I passed off my failure to the man on the cross. He gave me peace I could never have bought. He called me by name with joy on his face. The secrets no longer hold me in shame. The secrets no longer steal the joy from my life. With no walls, fully alive. The only way out was by looking up. Oh, the secrets, my shame to love. All the secrets was love. Yeah, the secret was love. Awesome stuff. Yeah, that was the song from last month that came out in the very beginning of, was it September? Yeah, very beginning of September it came out. Of course, everybody who is a calendar holder, somebody who bought the calendar for 2023, you guys, of course, have been getting all these songs early. Anybody who doesn't have a calendar, not to fret, you can still buy one if you want to get the last two. I guess it would be this November and December. Those will be early to all the calendar holders, and then, of course, which those are available in the merch store. And then we're doing something special. There will be a single release CD for all of 2023. So all these songs that I've been doing this year, those will all be available on a CD. I'm trying to figure out exactly timing of when that's going to release, because of course we're going to get all the way through December, and then the full record will come out possibly in December, and then of course the year 2024 that will be released as well. We're going to do the calendar again. So still working out some of the details on that. I'll get that up so that you guys can actually pre-order the calendar. And then what we did last year was during the pre-order time frame, if you wanted to either sponsor a month, day, or the entire year, you could do that. So there was a certain price if you want to have your name on the calendar printed on it. There was a price for just the day, there was a price for the month, and then of course a price for the entire year if you wanted to have your name across the entire calendar and then on every single month. So we're going to do that as well during the pre-order time frame, and then of course you got to print the calendar. So once the pre-order closes, then you can buy the calendar. You can't put your name on it anymore, but it makes a great way to be able to gift it to somebody. And time frame last year actually worked out pretty well. Was able to get all those done, ordered, and printed, and then out to people. I believe we got most of them out there before the first of the year. So same goal again this year is doing that. So I'm probably going to open up pre-orders for the year 2024. Before I did last year, I was pushing to get it done during the whole Black Friday week and that sort of thing. So we'll be doing that during November. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Still trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do as far as song-wise. So what I did last year was every single month already had a song that was written for it, just hadn't been recorded quite yet. This year, I'm contemplating for the year of 2024, and you guys can let me know if you think this is a good idea or what you like. But I was challenged by one of my music mentors, and he said you should be doing more live streams where you actually write songs with people during the live stream. So, I mean, we can even do somewhat of a short kind of dealio with this. If you guys want to throw out a topic of, hey, here's a topic that you should do a song about, and we'll kind of pseudo write somewhat of a song tonight even. And what he said was doing that, and then basically once a month, then you would release one of the songs that you wrote. And I've contemplated how that would look, what it would look like, that sort of thing, because doing that, you'd still have the ability to be able to scan and be able to get it early, but then, you know, all the single artwork and everything is what is on the calendar itself, as well as the name and one of the lyrics from the song itself. So anyway, you guys can let me know what you think about that, whether or not you think that's a cool way to do it, or do the same thing that we did this year as far as just me having the songs pre-selected, ready to go, and then doing that. A quick update on the Up and Out album. That one is still happening. We did not meet the goal deadline that I was hoping for as far as being able to finance the whole record, which just means it's more of a burden on me to get it done. But I am super excited about doing that, and I think what may end up happening is there's a handful of songs that are already done for that record. There's a couple more that I need to record for it, like Psalm 23. I need to get a recording of that done for you guys. I'm going to put Caffeine I Need You on there because there's not a version of that song out on Spotify or iTunes. There is on YouTube, but of course YouTube, it's really easy to just pop a phone or a camera up and shoot it real quick. So those are going to be done for you guys on that Up and Out record. And thank you so much to everybody who had supported that. Want to get everything ordered for you guys to be sent out. That'll all be sent before probably the record does. Then once the record comes in, we'll get that sent on the way to you guys too. So lots of stuff going on. Again, really appreciate you guys being so supportive of me and my family. This really is like takes a village to make all this stuff happen. So if you're enjoying the songs, just know that your love and support is what allows them to keep happening. And I really do appreciate every single one of you. So if you guys would do a favor for me right now, if you just share wherever you're watching this, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, if you want to share it, that will help a ton for other people to know. And then, of course, if you do want to support and snag some merch, there are links listed below where you can get that stuff as well. And then also pre-save the new single coming out, Another Me. Because it's coming out on Friday, which is crazy to me. This is going to be October 10th. So this is, the 10th song that's released for you guys this year. Brand new songs, which is pretty crazy. Nancy, done. Awesome. Thank you so much, friend. You rock. Thanks so much for being willing to do that and sharing with other people so that they can join in as well. With that said, we got to do some more music because that's why you all showed up here, right? Don't want to just sit here and talk about a bunch of things. We gotta play music for you guys. So I do want to play some. There's a couple of songs, and this is kind of funny. I kind of forget some of the songs that I've done because there've been, again, 10 brand new songs this entire year, and this is one that came on the In the Gray CD, and I do it actually as a duet with my wife on the CD. And somebody else had told me recently that they wanted me to do another duet with my wife. So if you guys leave it in the chat, let me know if you want me to do that. It's going to take a lot of comments and likes and shares for her to get the hint that she needs to do a duet with me. She sings beautifully, she just doesn't do it a ton. So if you want to hear her do a duet with me, let me know. But this song is one that we did as a duet on the In the Gray record, and it's called Glass House. I have cheated, I have lied. I'm not the kind of man that you wanted to find, but there is grace in your love, and you'll forgive far more Written this scarlet letter, the words penned in red. Gonna build us a little glass house where we can live together, work our problems out, no place to run but to each other, no place to hide but in the arms of one another. Gonna build a place where love can last, and out of glass. I'm not perfect, I am flawed. I'm not the kind of man that I think you want, but there's no bar you have to clear. I want you and only you, no one else compares. Treating this scarlet letter, the words penned in red. Come and build us a little glass house. We can live together, work our problems out, no place to run but to each other, no place to hide but in the arms of one another. Gonna build a place where love can last, and out of glass. Don't give up on me and God's plan for us to be. Gonna build us a little glass house where we can live together, work our problems out, no place to run but to each other, no place to hide but in the arms of one another. Gonna build a place where love can last. Gonna build a place where love can last. Gonna build a place where love will last, and out of glass. And out of glass. And out of glass. And out of Hey, Kay, thank you so much. Wow, I love your music. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are awesome, friend, and I appreciate you being here tonight, as well as Nancy and Carmen and Tina. Thank you guys. Rebecca, Lila, and then also Zach as well. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight. Just really appreciate every single one of you for coming and supporting and hanging out with me. It's been a blast just to be able to play and make music for y'all. If you are interested, I know this whole thing started off with a message from Holt. If you want to sponsor a child, again, I know and understand that there's a lot of people out there who are financially hurting right now. I get it. I am too. But if you're interested in sponsoring a child and making a huge difference in somebody's life, if you'd be willing to text Holt to that number, that is my cell number below, 740-831-3800. I'm the one who answers it, so if you text that, it takes me a while to get back with you. Just understand, hopefully there were a bunch of other people who texted that number as well tonight. But if you're interested, I would love to use my platform, whatever size it ends up being, for the cause of Christ, to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And I would love for the music that I make to be a gateway into helping comfort the afflicted, and specifically kids, by giving them opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise have. So if you're interested in doing that, text Holt, Holt, to that number listed below, 740-831-3800, and would love to help you start changing lives of children across the globe. So Nancy's saying, I would love to. Awesome. Go ahead and text that number, and we'll jump on a phone call, tell you more about it, and get you sponsoring a child. Again, if you'd love to support my career, would love for nothing more than for me to continue to keep doing this, and just love you guys. And I do believe that every single person is created on purpose with a purpose, and my goal is to help you live and walk in that. I truly believe that the more that we lean into who God's created us to be, the closer we can walk with our Creator, and the more that the outgrowth of who we are is really what's going to help change the world for God's glory, and really be able to reach out to other people. And I mean it when I say I'm truly humbled that just the act of me being able to write, record, and sing and produce music has had the opportunity to be able to save people's lives. I don't take that lightly. I think it's crazy to me that God would use just my measly ability to be able to play guitar to be able to help keep people in this world and living and serving Him. So before I go, I do want to play Psalm 23, because this is probably one of my most favorite newer songs, mainly because I didn't write it. It's just a cover song of David, but this is Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, there's nothing I lack. He lets me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters, renews my life, and leads me on the right path for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest of valleys, I fear no danger, for You are with me. Your rod and Your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Oh, surely goodness and love will pursue me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord as long as I live. Awesome. Hey, thank you guys so much. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Barb, so good to see you, friend. Thanks for showing up and coming and hanging out for a bit. For anybody who just joined, feel free to go back and you can watch the entire show. I'm going to jump off here. I got to go, want to go help put my kids to bed and be able to pray with them tonight before they sleep. Just appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Nancy, if you want to text on your phone, that specific number, word HOLT, or just shoot me a message and I'll get in touch with you and we'll get you sponsored. Anybody else that wants to sponsor a child tonight as well, feel free to text Holt to that number. If you're watching the replay, you can do that as well too, and it'll still come to me. So thank you guys so much. I believe you guys were created on purpose with a purpose, and I want you to live and walk in it. My goal with writing music, releasing it, and recording it is to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And if you'd like to get a t-shirt that says that, like my little mannequin over there is wearing right now, you can do that at the link listed below for the merch store, and or pick anything else up that you'd like to. You guys are awesome. Love every single one of you. Nancy, just shoot me an email, or I'll reach out to you, and we'll get that all figured out. So thank you guys so much. Have an awesome, blessed rest of your Sunday night. Thanks for your willingness to come and just hang out with me for a little bit. I think you guys are absolutely awesome and cannot wait to be able to spend more time with you guys as we continue on through this life. Carlina, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you, friend. It's so hard leaving these things because I want to just spend the rest of my time with you guys. But I'm going to say goodnight to my kids and go pray with them real quick. And just before we head off and go, let me just say a prayer for you guys real quick as well. Dear God, thank you so much for everybody who's willing to come and hang out tonight, this Sunday evening. I just pray as we start our week, Lord, that you'll be magnified and glorified in the way that we live our lives and by the way that we interact with the people around us. I know it can be real frustrating and hard when we feel like we're being taken advantage of, or when people are not, when things don't seem to be going our way. But God, we know that you ultimately are going to and receive glory from our lives and the way we live them. Lord, allow us to see the long-term plan. Allow us to open our eyes that we may see your face set before us, that because of that joy, we may live in a manner that's honoring and glorifying to you. Thank you so much for who you are and what you've done for us and for the gift of salvation. And I just pray for anybody who hears or watches this, that if they don't know who you are, that they would seek your face, God, that you would reveal yourself to them, and that ultimately they would come to the saving knowledge of who you are and what you've done for them. Thank you so much for this life, for the breath in our lungs. May we use it wisely and be good stewards of the gifts you've given us. In your name I pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Love you all, and we will see y'all real soon.